Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we'll be making a floor length skirt, a maxi skirt I think it's called as well. I was inspired actually by this skirt that I'm wearing at the moment. I bought it from H&M some time ago and I've been wearing it so much. I do love that it's I do love that it's a bit I do love that it's longer. I do love that it's longer and it has a nice swoosh effect to it. So this skirt is actually made from a rectangle shape and then just gathered at the top, so that's what we'll be doing with today's skirt as well. And I just love the way the gathered skirt looks. I think it creates nice volume up here and then a cute bell shape when it twirls. So that's a very cute look. I do love that. I just want to make the skirt that we're doing a tad longer than this one. So let's just get to it.
So first I'm just seeing how long the skirt needs to be by taking a measurement from my waist to my toes. And this is the beautiful leafy fabric that I picked out for this project. It has some nice golden stripes going through it. Here I am attempting to cut the pieces, but my dog just insisted on playing, so I had to distract him to cut the pieces. So enjoy this clip of me trying to figure out how to cut this with my dog constantly being in the way. Here I'm marking the desired length of the skirt. I do the same on the other side because I just wanted to make sure that while I rip the fabric, the length stays the same on both sides. This seemed to be the case, so for the other pieces I didn't do the other side. I just marked it on one side and then just ripped it. Because I use the entire width of the fabric, all the edges are salvages, which means that I don't have to zigzag them. I can just sew them together. So yay, that saves so much time and effort. Here I'm just pinning together all the salvaged sides and then sewing them in place. And with all the three pieces sewn together, I get this gigantic tube that we have to eventually figure out a waist to it, but that's just how wide the hem is going to be. With the sewing machine, I sewed 2 long straight stitches to the edge of the fabric, and here I am gathering the fabric up with those stitches. My dog is being very cuddly next to me. My intention was to gather the fabric up to match my waist measurement, but you'll see a bit later on how that turned out. I highly recommend doing 2 gathering stitches instead of just 1. The fabric will look so much neater gathered with 2 stitches, and it looks so much nicer. Just do 2 and gather up with those. Here I have the skirt all gathered up on my dress form. So my plan was to stitch the gathers in place so that they wouldn't be able to stretch anymore, and then make a waistband to match those. So for that I had to take then apart one seam to be able to get it on and off.
Alright, so we have a situation here. We have the skirt all nice and gathered up, except that it's not as gathered up as I thought it would be. So my first plan with the skirt was to use an elastic, and there would have to be nothing else on the waist area except the elastic band that would be in the waistband, and that's how I would get it off and on. But then with the gathers I thought, well, the gathers can't move, so... but yeah. So I thought I'd just make the gathers fit me and then sew them in place and then make a slit and a button or something to close it. But that didn't work out as well, but I think I accidentally made the perfect mashup of those. So I gathered it, but I gathered it loose enough that it fits around my waist, so I'm able to put it on just like this, as you just saw. So I just cut a waistband to match the measurement of this waist here, and I'm going to sew that in here and then sew an elastic in there, and that's what I thought the best thing to do would be, so I think I'm doing that. If it doesn't work, I'll have to figure out something else, but I think it will work out. But the first thing I have to do though is sew this that I just took apart back together, because that's just how it is. So I'm sewing this shut and then sewing the waistband to this.
And here I'm just measuring my elastic band to fit my waist, and then zigzagging all the edges of the cut waistband, just so that none of them would fray, and then I'm pinning it to the gathered skirt. So the first thing I'm sewing together is the waistband's both edges to make it into a circle so that I can fit it into the skirt. Then I cut off the excess fabric and zigzag that new raw edge as well. After that, I pinned the waistband to the skirt, and then it was ready to be sewn to the skirt. And after this, it was time to insert the elastic band into the waistband, and I did this by hand while watching Outlander. Yes, I was once again rewatching Outlander episodes while hand sewing this. So I took the waistband fabric, folded it over the elastic band to the wrong side of the skirt, and then with a very invisible slip stitch I sewed it to the skirt. And my stitch was invisible so that it wouldn't show on the right side of the skirt, and it caused a very nice, clean, neat finish, even though it took some time to finish this up. But I did this again whilst watching Outlander, so time well spent, I'd say, and my dog was keeping me very close company. What a cutie. here I am trying on the skirt and then folding the hem to see how long I wanted to leave it without it being too long. And then all that was really left to do was to hem the skirt, so I folded over the hem and then just sewed that in place. And after that, the skirt was done. So I think the skirt turned out absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. It's so swooshy and long and amazing. Has a nice, very nice twirl effect to it. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I definitely enjoyed making it, and I hope if you like it, you can like this video and subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you here. Also, I just quickly wanted to show you my new beautiful vintage style shoes. I think they're absolutely amazing. I hope to see you in my next video. So till then, bye!